He is a superstar who pioneered the era of small ball. He is also the greatest point guard of this era. With his unreasonable three-pointers, he shakes the league. He makes countless short players realize basketball is not just a sport for muscular monsters. Short players can also dominate the game. He is Stephen Curry, a player destined to be written into basketball history. Of course, every player who rises differently has a life full of doubt in the first half, and Stephen Curry is no exception. Experiences in his childhood almost made him quit basketball. Stephen was born into a basketball family. His father, Del Curry, once played for the Charlotte Hornets, and when he was young, his father would often take him to see the games in Charlotte. Perhaps influenced by his father, Curry and his brother took basketball very seriously. But the two brothers have a common weakness. That is, their bodies are too thin, lacking the potential to become future superstars, which disappointed Del Curry. As an NBA player, who doesn't want their son to be successful too? But gradually Del Curry found that his elder son Stephen Curry has some unusual magic, especially in shooting. Curry is much stronger than his brother. After high school, the slender Curry steps onto the court, but in his first game, he was dealt a big blow. Naively, he looked around. Everyone around him was taller and buffier than him. This made him fearful. But his father told him, "Win the game in your own way." At first, Curry didn't understand. After losing several games, he returned home dejectedly and told his mother he didn't want to play basketball anymore. Fortunately, his mother dispelled his troubles right in time, so a basketball superstar wasn't suffocated in the cradle. In the following games, Curry brought his strengths into full play. His precise three-pointers were hard for opponents to defend. Although he was shorter and thinner than most, the mental strength he demonstrated was endless. After 4 years in high school, although he didn't lead the team to achieve any good results, but Curry's skills already received quite a bit of recognition. But still, the problem remained. Curry's body was too weak. Nowadays, it doesn't look like anyone could play top-level leagues. After comprehensive consideration, all the major colleges gave up on recruiting Curry. Just when Curry was disappointed to the extreme, Virginia Tech sent him an invitation letter. But they did not genuinely want Curry, and their words were full of mockery. "What's going on? We won't give you any scholarships. Whether you can start or not depends on yourself," Virginia Tech bluntly told Curry. They visited Curry's high school to recruit him, but their words were filled with contempt and ridicule, showing no respect for him. Why is that? After graduating from high school, Curry sent videos of his own games to several universities, hoping they could give him a chance to play NCAA. But the ensuing responses were surely rejections. The reason was surprisingly unanimous. He was too weak. He didn't seem to be able to adapt to the competition. Just as he was about to give up, Virginia Tech visited Curry's school. They had a face-to-face chat with Curry, but the conditions they proposed made Curry feel insulted. Firstly, they decided to let Curry join the school, but they couldn't give him a full scholarship. The reason was that his family could cover these costs. The second issue was about playing time. They couldn't guarantee Curry would start. Whether he could play or not depended on his own efforts. After listening to these conditions, Curry realized this school was recommended by his father, so that's why they were so hostile to him. Feeling insulted, Curry declined the invitation. But not all colleges lack judgment. An ordinary university called Davidson College sent an invitation to Curry. Their basketball coach saw something unique in Curry, and the school promised to give Curry enough playing time and a full scholarship. But just as Curry was about to agree, he suddenly disappeared. 10 days of no communication made the coach of this university panic. It meant that other schools were trying to disrupt the agreement. But 10 days later, Curry called them and explained why. It turned out that his mother held onto his phone, and his classmates sent him a curse word. His mother saw it and confiscated his phone for 10 days. The coach was a bit of a loss on learning the truth. But fortunately, Curry still joined Davidson College. What he should do next was to prove himself step by step. And on the first day he came here, Curry was stunned. The team's guards were constantly scoring above him. Curry couldn't do anything about it. At this point, the head coach got angry. He took out a handkerchief from his pocket. Then he shouted at Curry, "Are you afraid? This is a white flag. You may as well take it and surrender." Maybe it was this kind of motivation that made Curry feel both pressure and encouragement. Finally, in the second game, Curry completely exploded. He scored 32 points on his own, even though the team still lost. But everyone now knows Davidson College has a very incredible short guy. His three-pointers are incredibly accurate. Finally, after the fourth home game, Davidson College won the game. They hadn't experienced the taste of victory for a long time, and the one who led them to victory was a little guy named Stephen Curry. That year, Davidson College became lively. Their team's performance also reached a new historical high, although they lost the key game against Maryland. But nobody knew a grand performance was about to take place on the NCAA championship stage. Pay attention to LeBron's actions. At this moment, he sat in the stands of the NCAA, watching the player with the number 30 on the court turn the tide. He expressed sincere admiration and applause. But he could never have imagined that player on the court would become his biggest career competitor. Spring of 2008 NCAA selection tournament. Davidson College, located in the southern region, delivered a historic performance. They went into the March elimination round with a 22-game winning streak. Since the team was founded in 1978, the school had never won a game in the eliminations. So how to lead the team to victory was something Curry had to consider. March Madness, Round 1. They were up against Gonzaga University, ranked 7th in the United States. Maybe because of stage fright, Davidson College was left in the lurch in the first quarter. Just at the critical moment, Curry stood up. First he completed a fast break steal 2+1, then a series of three-pointers to even the score. In the last 90 seconds of the match, he made an incredible three-pointer against the defense. The miracle of overcoming the odds had just begun. In the second round against Georgetown University, ranked 2nd in the United States, Curry continued his hot streak, again defeating their higher-ranked rivals. Davidson College entered the Sweet 16. This was a historic breakthrough. But the story was far from over. University of Wisconsin sported an unbeatable luxury lineup. By this point, Davidson College was already in a killing frenzy. Under Curry's leadership, they demonstrated great confidence. There was also a special guest at this game. LeBron James appeared in the stands. Seeing Curry's unstoppable play, he showed his sincere admiration. When Davidson College won again with a large margin, everyone realized this team was really going to pull off the upset. What will their next performance be? Can Curry lead the team to victory?